Hey everybody, it's On Screen Off Screen with myself, Josh, and Conlin. We're all fully healthy today and happy. um, Hoping that you guys are having a good winter solstice. I think that's today, right? The darkest. This is starts getting
I
lighter
have
from now on.
no idea.
Well, I hope it starts getting lighter from here. Um, I see that you guys basically have a shared topic, so how about we go into that?
Cool. I'll
Um,
go first. I can go first.
I was gonna say, I was like, I could pick, or you guys can pick.
So we're doing Merry Little Batman. Um, I was surprised by how much I liked this. I'm not the biggest fan of the Lego Batman movie, and everyone else seems to love it. I like
Oh,
parts of it, but I don't love it. I thought this was absolutely charming. Um, the relationship with Batman, as in Bruce, and his son Damien, is very good. I like most of all of the villains. I like the animation style. It typically doesn't work for me, but in this one, for some reason, it kind of did. I enjoyed it. It was good, and it was a fun time. It was very heartfelt. The father son connection was very enjoyable. Damien just wants to make his father proud the entire time, and it was a different side of Batman that, for me, in this case, worked. The thing that did not work was Joker. The voice actor of Joker was awful. Wasn't good at all. Um, and I tried to not compare it to the best. You've got Mark Hamill, but it wasn't even comparable to Mark Hamill. It was just bad. It was just bad. That was kind of my thought. Glad I watched it. Enjoyable. I would probably watch it again. What did you think, Josh?
so my question is, the animation style you keep saying is different. For anybody who hasn't watched Merry Little Batman, can you describe the animation style?
It's like those shows that you like Adventure Time, and
Oh, okay.
it's like
Um,
that.
they're like more noodly arms and more physic breaking.
Yeah. Still, oh, what's it? Would you compare it to that? What else would you compare it to, Josh?
I would compare it to Over the Garden Wall.
Mm, okay.
So it's
Interesting.
not wiggly armed or it's just flat, unexpressive, and stiff.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's just not my favorite thing. Let's see what this says it compares it to.
Kind of
Yeah.
Like 101
looks like
Dalmatians.
paper.
Baloney.
Oh, like
Yeah.
cutouts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They
The,
probably, I wonder if they use Toon Boom, actually.
they probably did. I mean,
Probably.
it's a pretty safe bet with animation.
Hmm. It's becoming industry standard, so it makes sense.
Till Blender takes
I
over.
just don't love the animation in this, but it's not. In other places where I've seen animation like this, I kind of hate it. In this one, it was just like, this is fine. It's not taking away anything. It's not adding anything. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Because that's what I was like wondering with the wording of you saying that like you didn't like it, but it, like you didn't like this style, but it worked for you. So that's what I
Yeah,
was wondering about that. All
it
right.
worked.
Cool.
Like, didn't take away. Didn't take away.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Your thoughts, Josh.
So to give a little bit more context, the plot is Home Alone meets the Grinch. So, Damien wants to be a superhero. He's Batman's son, and he gets left behind because he's too young. And Batman goes out on a mission outside of Gotham. And the Joker has a grand plot to steal Christmas by stealing everybody's presents. So it is literally just Home Alone meets the Grinch. Um, I didn't like this animation style at all. I can't think of anything that I do like it in. I don't like how it looks or how it feels. I disagree with Conlon. I think that all of the voice actors did a terrible job.
I don't agree with
None
that
of
at
them
all.
feel like the characters at all, except maybe Damien. But I think the voice actor for Batman was a bad choice. I think the voice actor for the uh, Joker was a bad choice. I think the voice actor for Poison Ivy was probably one of the worst. None of the characters gave that vocal impression that I viewed those characters with. Um,
You're
but there is
telling me the Bane where he's like doing the you can't tell what he's saying thing was not great and on point.
it was not great and on point.
Oh, I thought it was so good.
No.
Legitimately thought it was fantastic. Okay, go ahead.
There are a lot of little good jokes along the way. Um, Even a dad joke or two did get me to laugh. Um, their comedic timing is excellent. The writing in this is excellent. Um, the overall plot and story works really well for this whole Damien wanting to be a superhero. Joker steals his first utility belt, and so he has to go back and get it. So he wrecks the city in a Batman costume. It is really really good. Um, I just would have cast it entirely different, and if I had the power, change the animation style.
So with the voice actors, were there like are they well known voices
Yeah,
or are you just oh okay.
yeah.
What are some? Could you think off the top of your head?
No, because I'm sick. But the guy who plays the Batman is so Luke Wilson is the Batman,
Hmm.
and he's not Batman. Alfred, they did a good job with. Joker,
I
they did
think
a
Luke
bad job
Wilson
with.
worked for this Batman. I would
I
agree most of the time, but for this Batman, like the whole just a proud father thing, like it worked.
I don't. It totally like all I could see was Idiocracy, old school, Legally Blonde. Just like this goofy. He's not like a serious guy, so him trying to play a serious father figure without
But
changing his
he's
voice at
not in
all.
this one. In this one, he's the goofy dad who just loves his son.
The serious protective father who doesn't want his son to step out of his shell or to give his son any chances and
There
wants
is
his
some of
son
that
to
too.
be his kid. So all I see is just goof, and it doesn't work for me. I'm glad it works for you. It just doesn't work for me. Um, so yeah, I enjoyed it. I would absolutely watch this again. Um, it's just if I had the power, if I had the magic juice to go back in time and smack some director in the face, I could go back and be like, hey, is this really what you want for this? Because there are a lot better choices you could be making here. Um, Music is done well. Like, I don't like the animation. I wish it was different, but it didn't take away. I didn't like the voice actors. I would have chose different, but it also didn't take away. Other than
Did
the Batman, which he's not even really a main character. So
did you agree that Joker was the worst one?
no,
At least.
Poison Ivy
Okay,
is
who
the
was the
worst one.
worst
I
one?
already said that.
Okay, yeah, you did. I thought Joker was awful. Like, legitimately brought it. If we were doing the point thing, it would have brought me down a point with how bad I thought the Joker was in this movie.
So, you likened this to Lego Batman and like,
I don't know
um,
where he's getting that.
okay, that's what I was gonna ask, is if you would think that too, but
It's just like, well,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's like serious Batman, and then there's like goofy, kind of lighthearted Batman, and I don't usually like the goofy Batman. And it's just I was talking about two sides of the coin.
Mm,
This
that
is
makes
more the goofy Batman, and this is the only goofy Batman that I can think of that actually worked for me.
mm. I just gotta say, I love Lego Batman, but I only watch it on Valentine's Day.
Why?
It's so funny on Valentine's Day. think it also came out on a Valentine's Day. So
I didn't know that.
I went to the movie theaters on Valentine's Day, and I was supposed to be going on a date with my boyfriend at the time, but he decided to be going on a date with somebody else when I went and watched this with his sister. It was really funny.
I think Will
But
Arnett would have done a much better job as the Batman in this
ooh,
movie.
Will Arnett would have been good.
Yeah.
I do think there's people that would have been better for sure. I just thought they did a pretty good job. I didn't have a problem with anybody except for the Joker.
I had a problem with everybody except for Damien and Alfred. Alfred was probably the best cast.
Alfred was good.
So, how did this, after watching this, how did it impact your day? Were you happier, mad, excited, jolly?
I was just overflowing with Christmas spirit. It did
Beautiful.
what a Christmas movie was supposed to do.
Absolutely. At the very end, Batman realizes, oh, Damien can fight for himself, and he can we can do this together. And they do this Batman, Damien, Robin connection where they're beating up the bad guys and they're fighting together, and it just made me smile.
Okay. Yeah. Because we can still rate them how you guys want from 1 to 10 of like how you liked it. It's just yeah, you can still rate it if you want.
Yeah, Colin, what would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a 6.8.
I was gonna say a 7.2. So we're right there.
We're close.
I would give it 2 full points if just the animation was more my speed.
I would give it a full point if Joker was almost anybody else. Like, I found Joker actually annoying in this.
That's fair. I also think he's supposed to be. So
Yeah, but painfully so.
yeah,
Painfully
I
annoying.
think he's supposed to be. I think it's part of the character.
But we didn't say this before, but Damien is just trying to get his belt because he thinks that if he keeps the belt, he can be Batman. So the entire time he's like, I want my belt. And so there's a part where the Penguin is flying away. And I think the Penguin is a better voiced person. I like the voice of Penguin. And he's just hanging on the sky. He's like, I want my belt. I want my belt. I want my belt. And I thought it was funny. I thought it was charming. He's ruining Christmas without even knowing he's ruining Christmas. And the way that you can see the joy on his face when he does something good and the misery when he's doing something bad. It was just, I really liked Damien. If he didn't work so well, the movie doesn't work. He's just good. Made it worth watching.
Agreed.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go from a more lighthearted topic to my topic this week. I got a book. It is a fanfic that got so popular that it was published. This book is called Alchemised. The fanfic is called Manacled. So this is a Harry Potter fanfic, except Manacled is a Harry Potter fanfic, and then I feel like Alchemized is the fanfic of her fanfic because she had to rewrite it. She had to rewrite the magic system. A lot of the characters, all of the characters got new names. But in her fanfic, it follows Hermione, and Hermione felt like kind of the basics, like bookish. They're loyal. Those were kind of the only two things that kind of screamed Hermione to me about this character in the fanfic. Otherwise, she made this character her own, and along with all the other characters that were loosely based off of J.K. Rowling's characters. So it really didn't do too much to her just changing the name of these characters. But it was really funny because I was trying to like remember which ones, because I've read both now at this point,
Okay.
the fanfic and this book. And I was trying to remember which ones were like which characters, because in the fan fiction, of course, there was witches and wizards. In Alchemized, they're alchemists, and the world changes a little bit. It's kind of more of like a steampunk vibe versus the wizarding world. So she changes a lot in it, to the point that like I was like reading it and I was like, wait, is one of these main points she not even gonna like revisit? Like she just chucked out a whole huge point of this book. But then it was just slightly different and she changed it. And I was actually really grateful for that change because it deals with a very hard topic that was kind of beat to death in the fanfic. And then this one, it just happened once instead. Um, this is like, so this book is not normally the stuff I read. Um, it's very dark, has a lot of dark themes. Um, it's really sad, actually. Um, but for whatever reason, well, I know what reason I really like it. um, but it's kind of like, I don't
Which
know.
is
Well, we'd have to get into a lot of my psyche to get to that point. But I'll like put one of my favorite tropes is like hurt comfort tropes where like uh you have like the person's like, "Oh, I'm hurt." And the love interest is like, "I will protect you and take care of you." Um it has a lot of that in this book. And then also it shows her character in this book is very much how like she voices how I feel. um like this sounds really weird, but like as like a child of divorce and stuff, like you're on two sides but you're in the middle. And like it's especially if it's like a messy divorce, like it's weird when you're in the middle and you're not like just on one parent's side or the other, and you have siblings that are on one side or the other. In this book, it's if basically in the fanfic if Harry Potter lost. um
okay.
and then in this one, in Alchemized, it's the hero's name is Luke. And so he like they lose the war. At the very beginning of the book, it starts with her being like a prisoner of um the winning side. And anyway, so she had been dealing with, she was a
And
liaison for a spy. So she was like cut in the middle of trying to help her people, but she had to do a lot of dark and awful stuff to help her people. And she was like damning herself to help these people. So she's like caught in the middle. And this spy, he's basically doing the same thing. And so they find each other and they're like, the only ones in the middle of all of this that can like understand each other, and then they're like kind of ruining everything just trying to keep each other safe. Anyway, so that's the stuff that like I have severe abandonment issues and that just hits the spot. So in a nutshell, I could go deeper, but we would be here all night about that.
does this new version still feel like it is in Harry Potter, or does it feel it feels
No,
pretty separated now?
it feels
Okay.
very separate. And I like both. Like I would probably go back and read the fan fiction as well as this one. But yeah, she rewrites the whole magic system because it's alchemy and it's very different.
Okay.
The same plot points are hit, and I can like see how things, how she had to twist things to fit how she had to rewrite the world. But yeah, it's also a very pretty book. So this is the
That
like,
is a pretty book.
yeah, and then you can see it here. Oh, it's gorgeous. Anyway, so it was really funny. I went to Barnes and Noble and I was like, I deserve a treat. And I went to go get I was actually gonna go buy some Dungeon Crawler Carl books, and then I remembered, hey, there's I saw this book and I was like, ooh, that's so pretty. That kind of looks like my speed. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, you know what would be really good is if I could find the because I knew Manacled was going to be published, and I was like, I need to go find the Manacled book, but I want to see what this one's about. And then I started reading it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. Because I thought that she was going to keep it named Manacled instead of Alchemized. So yeah, it's really good. It's in 3 parts. The first part is after the war. The second part was during the war, and then the last part is basically once you have the 2 parts together, what goes on from there.
And you have all the parts right now.
Yeah, so it's all in
Okay,
one
they're
book.
all in there.
All 3
Okay,
parts
so
are
it's
in
not
one.
like there's another 2 books coming out. It's just
No, it's 1,000 pages. It's really good. It's really sad because they lose the war, so a lot of people die, and like she's actually pretty. I like how she describes things in this book because she talks
Mhm.
about really heavy topics, but she doesn't go into disgusting detail. There are like gory bits, but it seems more um what's that called? More clinical than like um gross, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Cuz like she's a healer and so they'll describe some of the things that's like coming into the tent or whatever she's like trying to heal them. Um yeah, so interestingly enough, I don't think that I would recommend this book to either of you. I don't think
Why?
either of
Why?
you would like it. It has a theme in it of like the Handmaid's Tale, which
Okay.
is I
I
don't think Josh would like.
love The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, you
Actually,
do?
I
Okay.
love that show. I fell off. I don't like the end of it, or what's. I don't think I finished. Did the last season just come out? I think
Uh,
it did. I haven't watched the last 2 seasons. I didn't like them very, very much. I didn't like the season before that very much. But the beginning of the show is fantastic.
yeah, yeah. Well, this you might like this book then.
Okay.
But Josh, I don't think you would you would enjoy this book. I'm surprised I enjoyed this book, but I think it's just because of those themes that I mentioned, um, that like hit perfectly how she described it. Um, and then
Could you expound on that? What do you mean? What is in Handmaid's Tale that you think I wouldn't like?
Yeah, I wanted to know that too.
there's themes of rape in this book that it's kind of tough. Um, so like if you want, I could like block out that thing and be like, this is just know that that's moving on.
Is
um,
it
it's not
described?
graphic. It
Okay.
doesn't go too much into it, just like it's happening. Uh,
Like
and
prevalent to the
it's like
plot, but not
yeah,
graphically
because it
shown.
goes into like basically what her thoughts are going on when it's happening. Um, but it's not like describing the act, if that makes sense. So, uh,
Okay.
it's like I feel like this would be a very triggering book for people. So it does come with like a lot of warnings, and so that's why I was really surprised that I like this book and stuff. But like I can connect with this character so well that that's why I think I like it so much, and that she puts into words stuff that I've thought and things. And let me make it very clear: the main guy is not a good guy. um, he's uh, he loves her, but he is not a good guy. And so, like, I feel like some people read this and they're like, and will try to make excuses for him, but is not a good guy. He's good to her, but he's not a good guy. Well, no, he's not even good to her sometimes. So, um, yeah.
And
Anyway,
is romance a large aspect of the story with this not great guy?
Oh, that's the basically the whole thing. So, in the fanfic, it's a Hermione Draco
Okay.
romance, and
Okay.
so uh, spoilers. This it's during the war. Draco's mother gets killed, and
Mhm.
he is so angry about it. He wants to turn against the Dark Lord Voldemort. So he tells like the Resistance that he's like, "Hey, I'll spy for you," because he's like, I want to make them pay. And they're like, okay, what else do you want? And so then he's like, what's something they'd believe? And he's like, and I want Hermione before and after the war. And so they basically sell Hermione to Draco to get information. And so
Dang.
she's like, kind like, it's hard because everybody's like, oh, you hoard yourself to him. And she's like, I'm trying to do the like what we can for um the resistance, but like he actually doesn't even touch her that way. He was just like playing mind games with her the whole time, but then ends up like actually falling in love with her and wanting to protect her because of some runes that he put on his back of like being I can't remember exactly what the words are, but it makes him very like obsessive about things that he wants. And so like that kind of gets put onto her a little bit. Anyway, so
So these
it's
runes on his back, like, give him, do they give him power along with the negative aspects of like obsession?
not necessarily. So it was a punishment from Voldemort to put like the runes on his back, but he's like, as
Okay.
like sign of my penitence, I want to come up with what the runes say. And
Hmm.
so it ends up like kind of biting him in the butt. But he picked specific runes to be able to destroy the Dark Lord. But then it also enhances like his love for Hermione, but and obsession.
That sounds super interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
I,
it's a little bit different with Alchemized, but in
yeah.
the fanfic, that's the easiest way to explain it. But yeah, it's I like how she uses magic. There is yeah, it's pretty dark. Um a lot of people die. Um yeah. I'm
A lot of people die, and yeah.
I'm like so I'm a little bit weirded out by sometimes when I think about like I really like this book and I'm like, what's wrong with me? A lot of things, but I mean
Sometimes dark books are great.
I was like it got a lot of attention as a fanfic that it got published, so apparently I'm not the only one. So
Yeah,
but
I would. That sounds interesting to me. Um,
um,
your copy is so pretty. I don't want to take your copy. But I'll just take,
go buy
I'll
your
get
own so you can
one.
have it on your shelf. It's so pretty.
It is. It's beautiful. That's a beautiful
Yeah.
book. Well,
It's
okay, so you've kind of gone through why this means a lot to you, but like, what would you rate this book? What would you rate this book?
I'm really obsessed with it right now. Like I like my heart's just like 10.
Okay.
Immediately
Okay.
10. But yeah, I feel like people if they knew how obsessed I was with this book, they would think that I wanted like the Draco character and I'm like, no, that's not why I'm obsessed with this book. Cuz like I said, he's not a good guy, but like he's obviously on the wrong side. He has selfish reasons for what he's doing, and then he like falls in love with Hermione, and then you have the perspective of Hermione slash Helena um, with this guy, but it's a lot of her insights on things and like her motivations and things. I'm like, oh my gosh, I get it. So it's like very interesting to see what somebody would do. And I think she's a very well written character. Uh, I think they all are. Um, and it kind of shows you how some people could get sucked into abuse and things. And I feel like I feel like that would be an interesting read to show people how people can get roped into that. Um,
And genuinely, I think it's hard to write abuse and have it feel authentic, and not like the story is being more dramatic for shock value, having it build feel like these are real characters. And it sounds like they pulled that off. That's huge. That's awesome.
yeah, it's because like it has a happy ending,
Hmm.
but so there are. I guess I would only bring it down a little bit, just because it does kind of romanticize that abuse.
Okay. Okay.
But it's the only thing I think.
So my question is, before you said it follows the same plot points, did you mean it
Mhm.
follows the same plot points as Harry Potter, or it follows the same plot points as the fanfic?
As the fanfic.
Okay.
So, because this all happens after, so it would be, I'm trying to think of where it diverges from the books, but I couldn't tell you exactly. But it's basically all of the Hogwarts students are aged up a couple of years, and then they're all fighting against Voldemort and in a full out war that then they lose. So it doesn't ever go into any of the same things as like the Harry Potter universe.
Okay.
In fact, they're hardly like ever at Hogwarts or any of the other um, well known Wizarding World things. So that's why I think it was easy for her to translate it into her own story, which I'm glad she did because I also really like the alchemized version. So,
Very cool. Uh,
Cool.
for context, where would you rate like Harry Potter?
8.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I love this a lot more. Like, because I like Hogwarts Legacy more than I like the actual Harry Potter series. Which
What? You like the video game more than the crappy writing with zillions of plot holes thing?
I don't
I'm
know.
shocked.
And then right now, I'm more obsessed with this than I am. I'm equally obsessed, actually, because I just realized that I'm actually writing my own fanfic. So I was like, never mind. We're equally
Of Harry
obsessed
Potter?
of Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh yeah, yeah. You actually told us about that. I remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a journal that I'm writing all of that stuff, and people are like, "Oh, you keep a journal?" I'm like, "No, these are all thoughts." But yeah, so I think if anybody wants to pick up that book, make sure you. She puts a list of like triggers and stuff on a page, so that you can be warned about what's in the book, so that you're not blindsided. So if you want to pick up this book, make sure to read those. Don't feel pressured to read this book because I know it's dark and stuff like that. So I would never pressure anybody to read this book. Like I said, it's an anomaly that I like this book. But yeah, uh, yeah, I've rated it everything. So let's go on to a lighter topic that is now our all of our shared topic: The Sound of Music. Who is the person who hadn't seen The Sound of Music? So
Me.
let's start with you.
Okay. Uh, this is a very charming, really good musical, and I'm glad that I watched it. I think it is absolutely crazy that Julie Andrews did this movie and
Princess
her
Diaries.
other no.
Oh,
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins in 2 years, back to back.
oh wow, I didn't know that.
Come on, that's crazy. That is a wild 2 years. This is really good, and I want to be like positive about it because I do think it's overly positive. My few little negatives about it: one, I do think it's a little long. I don't think it needs to be that long. There are a couple songs where I'm like, you could have cut that out and it would make no difference to the story whatsoever. Like there's the part where all the kids are talking about good night, da, 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 and they go up the stairs slowly, 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 slowly. And I was like, this is not doing anything for the story whatsoever. This could be completely gone.
That's the only thing I remember.
It's just that one. She's like, that's the only one that stuck with me. And then you are 16 going on 17. I've heard that song my entire life. My mom has sung that for my entire life. I've never seen this show. It's wild I haven't seen this show because my mom sings songs from this that I now know are from this, and I've sung like all of them. I've heard all of them my whole entire life growing up. You are 16 going on 17. I am shocked that this movie hasn't been canceled because of that song, because I was listening to it and I'm like, I am not a whole I don't get into that side of politics a whole lot, and I was like, whoa, wow, this is if I could sing a song that's like the misogynist song, it would be this one. Because the guy starts singing, he's like, you are 16 going on 17, and you know nothing. You need me because you know nothing and you are dumb. And she's like, I'm 16 going on 17, and I know nothing and I am dumb. And I'm like, that's what this song's about? That's crazy. Wild. This song is nuts. That was my biggest, like, I am shocked that this has not been like erased from history, because even I'm like, this song did not age well. The rest of the songs I really, really enjoyed. Super enjoyable. Do Re Mi. It's just such a catchy song. It was stuck in my head all week. I love the lesson. I love the mother the nun who is so reluctant, but everyone around her is trying to look out for her best interests and trying to level her up and raise her up. You've got the mother nun who's like, I think this is going to be best for you, and constantly pushes her out of what might be best for the mother nun of having another nun, and being like, this isn't where you're going to be happy. Go out, do something. You're going to be happier there. Do it. And you've got our main nun character who like integrates herself in this family and brings joy and brings life and brings fun into this family, and brings fun and love back into the father's life. It's just charming and wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The cinematography in this movie is gorgeous. I want to go to this town so badly because it is just beautiful. I like the ending where they're running away from the Nazis, and it's a little cheesy, but it's just brings a smile to your face. I had a wonderful, wonderful time with this show, and I'm really glad that I finally have watched it, even though there are a few little caveats. What about you guys?
I have one question. When you go see the play,
Will I go see
the
the play?
musical, yeah.
Would you
Yeah,
go
I would
see
totally
the
see
musical?
the musical.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would
Absolutely.
you rate it on a scale 1 to 10?
I want to say a 7.5. It might get a little bit lower when I rewatch it. I don't know how much more it will drag because it does feel long.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, 7.5. Josh, go for it.
Okay, do you guys want the good news or the bad news first?
Bad news first.
Okay, the bad news is this is my first time watching it all the way through. I had seen bits and pieces here and there, everywhere, as I'm sure everybody had. I was aware of what the plot was. This has been on my to watch list for a very, very long time. It's too bad that this was one of the most excruciating watching experiences I've ever had. Let's start playing some music and then pan up over the mountains 32 times in the first half of the movie. Let's make it be 4 hours long when it could have been 1.5 because we just like showing off Switzerland so dang much.
It's a flex.
I love Switzerland. Switzerland is a gorgeous place. I love the mountains more just as much as anybody else. But this is a musical, and wow, do you really need to do that? No, you do not. You
Are the
can do
hills
it
that
once.
alive?
They're not. The hills being alive is not even like an important thing in the movie. It's just I could. It was so excruciating, especially before intermission, like that first half. It is
That's interesting because
so
I
horrible.
I liked the first half significantly better than the second half. The second half dragged it down for me
Why? Things happen in the second half, other than her going to meet the family.
because some of the songs felt like repetitive and I was just kind of tired of them. And what I really loved was her connecting with this family and like having the relationship with the family. The rest of it was like, okay, we formed that. When they finished the first half of the movie, I was like, oh, that could have been the whole movie. She connects with the family and she realizes that like if they wouldn't have made the stepmom character evil, and they would have had her be like a good stepmom, and they both are competing for his love, and she's like, "I'm gonna leave because I'm Christian, and I want them to be able to be happy, and I'm glad that I brought some light into their life, and now I'm leaving." Kind of a Mary Poppins thing. I brought some light into their lives, and now I'm leaving. I would have been totally fine with that. I would have been absolutely satisfied. But then the second half, you have the good night, da 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 da, and I was like, oh. I felt like the second half dragged a lot more, in my opinion.
I just think that that's insane because you have actual romance happening, you have actual things happening, you have historical context happening, you have Germany and that whole situation happening, you have the escape, right? I was not nearly as bothered by Good Night as you were. Like, I think all of the songs were fine. I didn't love or
Okay.
hate any of the songs. They were all fine. Um,
Okay.
I think them establishing Good Night, and the fact that this is based on a real family is kind of important. But literally, the whole first half of the movie is go meet this family. No, I don't want to. Go meet this family. But I'm a nun. Okay, but go meet this family. Okay. Look at Switzerland for 45 minutes while instrumental music plays, and then she's going to be like, oh, I guess the guy fell in love with me, but I'm not going to do anything about it or talk to it or confront, or I'm just going to take this random lady's word for it and I'm going to leave. The end. End of the first part. I just summed up the entire first part. That was 2 hours. Um, it was excruciating. And the second half is only slightly better. I absolutely despise this musical, and I literally had to force myself to get through it because I would like zonk out, fall asleep, have to rewind. Where was I? Movie wasn't over because it's 4.5 hours long, so I just had to rewind. Ew.
So the question is your life better after watching this movie?
Well, you didn't let me get to my positives.
Oh, okay. Oh, right,
I
right,
do
right.
have some positives. Okay,
I forgot.
I know.
Julie Andrews has a good voice.
No.
That's it.
No, here's my positives. I've got 3 of them. I now
Okay.
have more context in the Vin Diesel The Pacifier movie. I now have more context
Yeah.
in the Wall-E movie. And I now have more context into Ted Lasso. That's it. Those are my positives. I have nothing else good to say about this movie.
So I ask again, is your life better?
But
No.
some of the music had to be good for you. Like,
No.
she has a good voice.
She's fine.
None of it.
She's fine. I was honestly like, towards intermission, I was literally thinking to myself, I would rather be watching Princess Diaries.
Interesting.
I mean,
Do you like Mary Poppins?
I have never seen Mary Poppins.
Tune in
Okay.
next week when we watch Mary
Mary Poppins. I do not like Mary Poppins. I obviously like this. I don't like Mary Poppins. I don't. I watched
Mary
Mary
Pop
Poppins for the first time like 2 years ago, and literally my thought was, "How is this so popular? How is this so big? I don't get it." But I like this one. Anyway, that was it, Josh. So, is it rated? What do you got?
I was gonna say, well, Mary Poppins to me is the same as
Oh,
where this was before. I know what it is. I know how it is. I've heard the songs. I know the plot. I just haven't sat and watched the whole thing all the way through.
okay.
Um,
I'd be curious if you like the stage production more of Sound of Music. It's like I don't like Mary Poppins, but I really did have a good time with the stage production. I don't know. Anyway,
I just though I think that this is tragic because this is a historical context musical,
yeah,
and I love history. And to see this just be like excruciatingly boring, exaggerated history is like, why couldn't you just like make it good and enjoy, or 2 hours short or
Good.
something? Yeah, it's just too bad. As for my rating, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10 because
dang,
I did
too
have those
bad.
positives to say, which has nothing to actually do with the musical and everything to do with culture around the musical.
All right, Lauren.
Okay, I think I'm in the middle here because I don't despise Sound of Music. Um, so I'll just give a little bit of background. So my mom loved to watch music. There was Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and this that she would watch on Sundays. And I loved when she would pick this on Sundays because it was super long. So I knew she wouldn't ask me to do anything for 4 hours if she was watching this. Um, and then I was also in like high school. We did the Sound of Music, and I was one of the nuns, and then a lot of extras and a lot of different scenes. Um,
Cool.
and I'm trying to think of like so like I like the nun song where they're like what to do with like Maria.
Me
um,
too.
That's
I
the
like
song that I think should be canceled.
that's the one you think should be canceled.
I like that one.
uh, but I like that one. There's like a lot that are little earworms. And then, am I right in thinking that the song where she's like, um, favorite things and then I don't feel? Yeah, that is
Hmm.
right.
Yeah.
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 Okay. For some reason, this week I was like, wait, is that the King and I? Even though, anyway, there's a very similar song in the King and I.
There is.
And so I get those ones mixed up. And so I think that was the one where everybody's like, wait, is The Sound of Music a Christmas movie? Because of that song. And I'm like, that song
The
shouldn't even be a Christmas song.
snowflakes
Um,
on my eyelashes part.
and presents.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, I do agree. It is very long. It's something that doesn't like I probably wouldn't pick up to go to watch it in theater because I don't know that I could sit that long. Um, and
I could. I watch all Lord of the Rings extended editions in one sitting.
well, I was gonna say, but not for the Sound of Music. I can't sit that long for the Sound of Music.
Yeah, because this is
Yeah.
excruciatingly horrible. You gotta tape your eyes open just to get through it.
I still like enjoy uh like when people talk about it and I um like when it's mentioned and things like that, but it's not something that I'm like, ooh, I need to do my yearly watch of the Sound of Music. um but I think that it's charming and I think it's really funny that I also love the scene where they're the song where they're saying goodnight. I love that song. um yeah, it's yeah, I have a lot of like memories tied with the Sound of Music, because then like yeah, you do have the pacifier and all of those things too that are that get referenced and things. So I don't know. Trying to decide if I'd rather watch Black Panther or the Sound of Music.
Black
I'd say
Panther
Black
is
Panther
less
because
than
it's shorter.
half.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was say. Yeah, I was like, just because Black Panther is shorter, I'm gonna give it a 4.9, but it still has like all of those um, things behind it. Like, um, I remember my sister was like one of the kids in the play production that we did for high school, and like I was a nun, and it made no sense, but it's like you
But
have what you
like
have for high schoolers.
Lauren, with Black Panther, you literally have like nothing really special about this movie at all. With Sound of Music, you at least have some songs that are earworms and are bops and like fun to listen to. There's actual positives.
The my rating of this is solely based on rewatchability. Um,
Okay.
so that's why I would say 4.9. But yes, I do have a lot of like the earworms that I do like, and I would listen to Sound of Music, just like songs of the Sound of
Okay.
Music. I would very much rather do that than watch the actual uh, movie or production. 'Cause then I can skip the songs I don't like. I can just
or
go to
just
one
skip
second.
all the instrumental panning up to the sky, or looking
I
at the
don't know.
building, or looking at the house, or looking at the living room, or looking at the mountains again.
I, you're talking to someone who puts on animal documentaries, mutes it, and puts on the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Yeah, but that's a good soundtrack. That's
I
mine.
guess I
That
see.
is a good
I don't
So,
have
soundtrack. This
anything
is
against
also a good soundtrack.
instrumentals.
so everybody, when you watch The Sound of Music for the first half, you need to mute it, put on Lord of the Rings soundtrack, and it'll be better.
Hey, if Gimli and Legolas were running across those mountains, I would be way more interested in those scenes.
I want
Lauren, me and you should totally edit that into the movie. That would be so funny.
we just have like edits of like Lord of the Rings characters throughout the movie, and we're like, "Okay, Josh, this is our bingo card, and you have to find all of the things in Sound of Music."
We just add like a little a little speaker bubble like it's a comic strip like, running in the background. He's like, he's taking himself to Isengard. And you just have that over and over throughout the whole movie.
Oh, yeah. Would you
You
watch
would
it
have
then?
improved on it, for sure. You would have made a better movie.
What number would you bump it up to? If it, is it more
I don't know.
Like
You
it's an
rewatchable?
guys would have
all-time
to do it to
classic.
see.
Ooh, sounds like I'm gonna be busy. Well, all right, there you have it, everybody. We have the whole spectrum of love for the Sound of Music. Um, are we going to disclose what we're watching next week? Because I believe I know two that we're watching next week.
We have two set
Klaus.
up. So
Hello.
let's talk about those two and then we can talk about the other three on the next episode.
Okay, so I believe it was Klaus and Christmas with the Cranks, if I'm not insane.
Sure.
Okay,
I
well,
believe
we
that's right.
agreed to watch Klaus and Christmas with the Cranks if you want to watch that with us next week. Until then, we hope you guys have a happy winter solstice, and we'll see you later. Bye.